Save hundreds off in-stock appliances during Judd & Black's President's Day sale, going on now through the 22nd. Stack your savings with discounts, rebates, and an extra year of warranty free on select laundry pairs. Plus 0% financing for 18 months. The Judd & Black difference is clear. Our team of appliance experts will help you find what's best for your home, lifestyle, and budget. Save now on top name brands like Whirlpool, GE Profile, Cafe, and Decor. Judd & Black, your hometown appliance store. Online at juddblack.com.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Coming up, the return of Who Sucks Less, but first time for a few emails from the Men's Room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Jump right in with the birthdays. Ola Macholas. Want to give my son Ryan a shout out. He turns 11 today. Loves your show. So can you give him an original fish sandwich, a few Thrill shotgun gets, and a pep talk from Coach Ted on going to middle school, please? Spending the day at Legoland. All the best, bitches. Thanks a million.
$2 I get a fish sandwich?
Get.
All right, yeah. Middle school, super important. Sets up high school. Forget that, though. Legoland. That seems like a hell of a day. Coach wasn't even that big of a Lego guy, but he'd go to Legoland right now. Tell you what, if you can hear my voice, whatever they got. Lego chicken fingers, Lego burgers, Lego fries, Lego milkshakes, you get it all. And you look at your parents and you say, I'm going to middle school. I'm ready to live out my Lego life.
Man. Legoland here in Seattle? Is that a store or is that like an adventure place?
The closest one I know, there's one outside of San Diego.
Carlsbad?
It's somewhere between like an amusement park, a museum. We were going to go to San Diego a couple years ago before the COVID crap hit, and one of the things for the kids, my wife said, hey man, there's a Legoland. There was another one in Toronto.
Yeah,
it's a massive
wow.
deal.
See, Ray, it doesn't seem as big as like Disney or anything, but
right.
What's like the one in Orange County? Knott's Berry Farm or something?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's a lot like your kids will have fun.
Looks like a fun time.
Yeah, it really does.
Okay. They got Lego burgers, Lego sandwiches. What got there, Miles? What can this kid get?
I wasn't looking at the food. I was looking at all the rides.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty substantial. It's a nice little park.
I hope he gets some Lego ice cream, Lego gummies.
You can go to the Lego Redo River, the Great Lego Reef, Legoland Gallery. They got a monster thing, a polar bear thing, a space thing. Okay, they got all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah. All bitches, today is my beautiful girlfriend Sarah's birthday. I introduced her to your show, and now she loves it too. So, could you please give her a Wendy Williams burp fart and some tales from Captain Crunch? Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. That from Brandon.
Ooh, ahoy there. Well, you know the old captain doesn't have many tales to tell, mostly because we're wrapped up in what they call litigation. But a little known fact about Tony the Tiger, originally cast to star alongside Taylor Swift in that remake of Cats. In fact, it was his butthole that people found so distressing. Specifically Tony the Tiger's. He has the thing for showing it off, and he has a weird tattoo around it, so you just can't miss it. That's why they pixelated everyone else's butthole. True story. Crunch berries.
Miles, we have an update for this middle school kid.
Okay.
Granny apple fries.
Granny apple fries?
We cook Granny Smith apples. I mean, it looks like it's like little tiny apple fritters, and then there's like a cream sauce you dip them in.
Oh, you're looking at the food at Legoland.
Yeah.
All right.
It's this kid's birthday, man.
Yeah, get it. Guys, my name is Brianna from Whidbey Island, and it's my 20th trip around the sun. I've waited years to put this request in. Could I please get the Dirty Germans giving me some life advice, and maybe some turtles having sex if we could? Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I got it. Hang on, not that one. Yeah, quite simple. You came to the right place. No better place for life advice than the Dirty Germans. The first one I recommend is once you're of legal age, do the Donald Duck, where you go everywhere without pants on. You'll find the people that like your company quickly.
Yeah, I would just remind you that you want to be a nice person. It's better to To give than to receive?
Yeah.
Oh, but sometimes you will be doing the receiving part.
Yeah, sometimes you do a gift exchange at the same time.
Sometimes you give something and then receive something in the end.
Yeah, quite literally.
Hold it, gentlemen. Today, my beautiful daughter Jasmine turns 28. She's now old enough to have the Dirty Germans tell her what's in store for her tonight. And Miles, please give her some great life advice. I love you guys. Thanks. Appreciate it. That from the lovely Julie.
Yeah, Jasmine. It makes me recall the old song, Summer Breeze. Makes me feel fine. Blowing through the jasmine in my lap. But
Yeah.
They changed the lyrics when they released it as a single.
As I was thinking of a different Jasmine. Sure, the rice is delicious, but I was thinking 2 Germans, 1 magic carpet ride.
Yeah, it depends if she shaves.
Jesus.
They don't anymore.
Yeah, magic hardwood ride.
All right, life advice. Okay, here's one. Jasmine, remember, never give up hope. Even when we die, what if the light we see at the end of the tunnel is just you coming out of another vagina?
God. To be reborn.
And it's kind of frightening.
What's that?
Hey, I don't know. When Miles said, I just thought about it. Imagine if you die and you just, boom, you're just back in the womb.
Oh, no, come on.
You have no idea.
You don't know who your parents are.
Damn
But you have no idea how many times you've done it. You just, boom, it's just a restart.
This is the worst movie ever.
Right? Like,
I'm not going to school again.
I've done this already.
I am not.
If I'm doing it again, I better have better grades.
You have to. I'm not going.
I changed grade 3 times.
I'll be able to spell and read without any problems.
Mm-hmm. But I didn't learn it that way. You're learning it for the first time. No, you don't understand.
No, when I was alive before, man, math was just normal.
We didn't do it like this, man. This is a weird thing you got going on. Boo, bitches. Today, my daughter Chelsea turns a dirty 30. Can she get the Dirty Germans? Whatever soundbite Mike wants to throw in. Right. Thanks, guys. Love the show and the happy hour. Happy 30th, Chels. Love the dad.
Let's pull it in, Jay. Come on.
Yeah, it is your 30th birthday. It's a shame that your father's listening. They call you Dirty 30. I'll get a little dirty because of my position. Otherwise, it would be quite squirty.
See, I was hoping he was going to say that. So the funny thing is who's squirty first?
Me.
Actually, maybe that's next year for her. It's a squirty first birthday.
Yeah.
Bitches, today my wife Deb's 31st birthday. Our favorite show right now are Stranger Things and The Boys. So could she get a Pat Sajak? And the Dirty Germans talking about Homelander's obsession with milk. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
She wants a D, and she's going to get one.
Yeah, Homelander, not so much the fluid inside of the blubber nuggets, but it is the breast itself.
Yeah, he does have that weird thing with drinking seals of people's milk.
Yeah, because he gets to put his mouth to nipple.
See, I wonder what kind of stuff he drank from the deep. Oh, I mean, hey, so I didn't call it. Yeah, did you not get your invite to Herogasm?
No.
Oh, German, are you there yet?
Not yet.
Oh, fellas, I want to finally get a shout out to the sexiest Mercedes in the garage for her dirty second birthday. And she get the Dirty Germans talking about the baking utensils best used in the bedroom and an inspirational quote from Miles about being a stay-at-home mom to 2 toddlers. You guys are the best. That from your Eastern Washington master pipe layer.
Yeah, if you like baking so much, then you know it's quite obvious you enjoy things that are Rubbermaid. Kind of like my penis. Also, do you use the digital probe thermometer? Because you're going to tonight. But it's made of skin.
So I was just thinking about the spatula. It's a rolling pin.
Yeah.
So you pick where they go.
Don't forget about the whisk.
Yeah. Well, you know, much like hers, the whisk always gets licked off in the end.
Yeah.
All right. Stay-at-home mom, 2 toddlers. Okay, here you go. Okay. Here's a poem I remember from raising 2 toddlers myself. 2 beautiful daughters. Roses are red. Violets are blue. Sugar is sweet. And so are... Hey, what do you have in your mouth right now? Seriously, open your mouth. Seriously, spit in my hand. Jesus. What is that? That's how it used to go, something like that. Happy hump day, bitches. Knowing my family won't do anything for my 41st circle around the ball of fire, can I get turtle wax or your penis is too small? And the Dirty Germans talking about putting items in boxes. That from Patrick in Puyallup.
Yeah, Patrick, tonight for your birthday, it'll involve a little teamwork. You bring the box, I'll bring the package. We'll get the package in your box.
Yeah, the thing is, you can put them in a lot of places. But I've always preferred putting it inside the boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you play those other games.
Yeah, your ham box.
Guys, on our show. Happy,
You know, sometimes it ends up in the talk box.
happy 42nd birthday to my brother Scott. He's a machinist that makes pristine gun parts. Also an awesome dad to my 3 nephews. How about a Homer Simpson fish sandwich? And Coach Ted's advice on if he should celebrate tonight or save it for the weekend, or maybe both. Thanks, guys. Love the show. That from Sean and Clarence in Olympia.
Fish sandwich. Are you sure?
I've been thinking about this one all day. It's a tough call. Today is your birthday, so you should. You know what? Here's what Coach going to say. You go out tonight, you have some drinks, you have a good time. You don't have to turn it up to 11, get a good meal in you. Then this weekend, which a holiday weekend, then you turn it to 11, you start partying, sleep in, stay out late, neglect responsibilities. It's a holiday weekend.
Holla bitches, today's my twin brother Jim's birthday. We both turned 45. Can you get it? Your penis is too small. Thanks, that's from Chad in Mount Vernon. And finally from the birthdays, Ola Gentleman and Miles. I absolutely must request a happy birthday to the legend himself, Uncle Pat, 60 years old and still breathing. Who would have thought that? Parkinson's has nothing on you. Keep punching, whether you can feel it or not. That from the nephew. How about your penis is too small? From Pat, who is 60. Hi, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Now, the men's room wants to know who sucks less?
Yay! Time for Who Sucks Less. Steve Hill, you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. They all suck, but it's up to us to determine of the 3 stories which one sucks the least. Now, if you happen to follow the Rock of Seattle, KISW, on Twitter, the debate is already underway on Who Sucks Less.
Yes, indeed, and all 3 of these involve money and what people will do or not do for it. Let us start in China, where Chinese social media was recently rocked by the controversial story of a man who sued his stepson after divorcing his mother, asking for compensation for raising him. Only a few months after divorcing his wife, this particular man took his stepson Lou to court, asking for approximately $5,285. He wanted this money as compensation spent raising him during the marriage, which means, in my experience, he did not spend a whole lot on this kid. Anyway, he reportedly married the kid's mother in 2009 when the kid was 10 years old, helped raise him through 2021 when the woman filed for divorce. About 3 months after the separation, he filed a lawsuit against his stepson, not the stepmom or the wife, but the stepson, asking for money for the compensation. The peculiar legal dispute, well, it sparked outrage among millions who watched the video of the trial. Most of those who commented, they accused him of taking revenge on his stepson after the marriage failed and never really caring for him as a parent should. That we can't speak to. But either way, luckily, last month, a local court there in China, they denied his request, ruling that the expenses he was seeking compensation for been paid out voluntarily. That's just kind of how it goes. Yeah, he's that guy.
I wonder why she got a divorce from him.
Now we go to the fine country of Chile, where a man there, he was accidentally paid 286 times his salary last month. Well, he resigned from the company and vanished after promising to return the money he paid excess. Chile's largest producer of cold cuts, company whose name I cannot pronounce, they paid the employee about $180,000 last month instead of the $542 that he's entitled. So normally this guy gets $542 a month. He gets a check for $180,000. And as I say, now that person doesn't want to give the money back. They resigned their position and vanished without a trace, leaving the company no other option but to lawyer up and try to recover their losses. But after checking the records, they confirmed that the person in question had indeed been paid 286 times their monthly salary by mistake, and they informed them, hey man, you got to return the money. He said, righto, no problem. I'm going to get up early tomorrow. I will go to the bank and refund the money back to you. Instead, they did something different. According to the company's financial department, they noticed that The bank had not notified them about the refunded payment, so they tried contacting the worker again. Only this time, their calls were left unanswered. A while later, the worker did get in touch, claiming that he'd overslept and he'd visit the bank shortly. Well, guess what? He never did that. So finally, on June 2nd, they simply handed in the resignation through a law firm and disappeared. Can't say I wouldn't do that, but again, still illegal. And then finally we go to Australia, where a young Australian woman, she's being denied access to her $12 million inheritance because she refuses to fulfill her late father's condition, which is get a steady job. Claire Brown, she's entitled to a $12 million fortune, but she's being denied access to her inheritance because she will not fulfill the requirements laid down by her late father that he put in his will. Apparently, she has to get a permanent job and, quote, contribute something to society in order to gain access to the millions. But she refuses to do so, calling the conditions unrealistic because of her health condition. Meanwhile, she's living on welfare and is, in her words, constantly broke. So the people in Australia are paying for this woman to live in spite of the fact she just won't get a job. Now, in defense of herself, she says, quote, I understand why these people want me to be a functioning member of society. However, you have to look at my diagnosis and realize it's not going to happen. I'm not going to learn how to drive because I have ADHD. I have the attention span of a gnat, even though she had enough attention to answer that. Well, she's currently living on welfare payments in one of Sydney's western suburbs with her wife and her daughter. Now, the woman's successful father, he used to give her $500 a weekly allowance, but he would keep cutting her off, and she was forced to ask for welfare from the government. Again, because she simply refused to get her job. She says, quote, I call myself a broke millionaire because I am broke constantly and can't do anything about it. Give me what's rightfully mine. I'm suffering. Can you please stop with the whole me getting a job thing? It's not happening. Now, she claims that she has a very serious attention deficit that prevents her from fulfilling her late father's conditions. Her family, on the other hand, says these are just excuses to avoid fulfilling the guy's wishes. Quote, we like her to get a job and contribute to society. Instead of her agreeing to her dead dad's wishes, she turned around and sued the trust. We are at her wit's end. We've done nothing but love her. Anyway, she says, I just want what's rightfully mine. I want these people to get it out of their heads that I'm ever going to get a job. So those are three stories. You have the guy in China who is suing the stepson of his ex-wife. He wants compensation for the money he spent that anyone puts toward raising a kid, if you have a kid. We have the guy in Chile who was paid, actually $180,000 when he should have gotten $500, and he has upped and gone and disappeared and vanished. And finally, the broke heiress in Australia who could get a job, but refuses to get a job and is on welfare instead of collecting her $12 million.
The guy in the guy in China, he sucks the most.
Suing the stepson?
Suing the stepson. And also, look, it's a stepson, right? Like, he doesn't know either way. It's a kid, right? So that's easy to say he sucks the most. The women on Australia, man, you're not owed that. I mean, it was your father, but it's not rightfully yours.
If you get a job, it is. It can be rightfully yours. And I know she says she has ADHD. My plumber has ADHD. We were talking about this the other day, and you know what he did today? Fixed my goddamn plumbing.
Yeah,
he drove to my home and fixed my plumbing.
She doesn't even have to get a hard job.
Right.
She just has to get a job.
It has to be a permanent job.
Any job.
Right.
I'm going to say, I know it's illegal, but I'm sorry. That guy in Chile sucks the least.
Guy in Chile sucks the least?
Yeah, he's living a fantasy. The company screwed up.
I'm right there.
I think he did the right thing. Trust me. I just think that I think Australian woman sucks the least. The dad knew what his daughter had a propensity to do. Mm-hmm. All he was asking was, look, I'll give you this money. All you gotta do is get a job. I've been begging you for years. When I die, I will give you this money.
Just get a job. I agree. Here's my only issue with her.
Off the state.
She's on welfare. So all these other people, you know what I mean? And it's not like you notice it out of your check, but the point is, if I go, wait, Ted, what? You're on welfare. I'm paying taxes. You have $12 million waiting for you, and all you have to do is what I do, which is to get up and go to work. Mm-hmm. And the difference is I'm still living on my paycheck. But to do what I do, you can get $12 million. I
can't believe that she's on welfare. I can't believe they gave it to her.
I'm not a legal expert, but I'd have to imagine you hold the job for a year or two, you have the money. You could probably go back to doing nothing and being lazy.
He wouldn't know.
Right.
And it would already be in your name. Plus, you have $12 million. You could hire really good lawyers. But guy in Chile, you keep going, man.
Yeah,
Spend that money.
I might do the same thing.
Debate continues on Who Sucks Less. If you follow
I get $500 a month. They just gave me $180,000. And I know you've called me. We have acknowledged it. But again, I get $5 a month. I have $180,000. I'm gone. I am out, man.
Out. $500 a month. I'd be on the beach in Mexico.
$500 a month, that's what, $6,000 a year.
Yeah.
And they gave you $180,000. Like, you just paid me for 18 years of work. Peace.
I'd fly to a different continent.
I'm gone.
Yeah, I'm out. Out, for sure. Debate continues on Who Sucks Less if you follow KISW on Twitter. You are listening to The Men's Room.
Hey moms, you can earn up to $85,000 as a surrogate with Sensible Surrogacy. Being a sensible surrogate is an amazing act. You care for a developing baby whose genetic parents can't carry it themselves. Surrogates transform so many lives. The baby that you care for, the family that you help create, plus your own family will benefit from up to $85,000 in cash and benefits. Be a sensible surrogate. Learn more at sensiblesurrogates.com.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
11 minutes, we'll drink a toast for the show of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. First quick check out with Mike Hawk. And some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right. That's the wrong sheet. Nutter Butter posted a tweet that gave followers a bit of a shock. Did you see that one?
No.
Oh my God.
I laugh every time I hear Nutter Butter.
Nutter Butter. Okay. So you guys know that song that was going around for a while, L is for the way you look at me.
Yeah.
O is... Okay. They played off of that, and they said N is for the way...
Oh, no.
At me.
And it's for the way what?
Nutter Butter.
Oh, come on.
N is for the way. And think Nutter Butter at me.
Tell me they finished the rest of the song and it didn't stop there.
I don't know if they did. I didn't dive quite that far into it. But they doubled down. They were like, "Sorry guys, it was a racy song back then. It wasn't quite right."
I mean, why? Why?
You looking it up now?
I just saw it. I mean, it's still there. I mean, it's clear as day.
It is, man. Oh no. So yeah, head on over to Nutter Butter Twitter. They got that up there, and it's fantastic. Should have been the shot, but that was great.
Look, it's nice that it's readily available. But porn has just ruined us. Some of the terms, like, you know what, maybe Nutter Butter, we could have just let that one go, but we can't now.
No, we cannot. No, we cannot.
Nutter Butter's like, we were first.
23 million.
Right, like if you're not English, or if you don't live in, like, you know, if you're not British, it's like, yeah, it's not... The BBC's different.
Yeah. 23 million Californians are getting up to $1,050 in inflation relief checks.
Wait, say that again now?
23 million Californians are going to get up to $1,050 in inflation relief checks. So there you go.
Well, good for them.
Yeah.
How about everyone else?
Right. Let's go.
Inflation only affected them.
It's a southwestern disease.
Yeah, my gas is only $2.15 a gallon, so...
A man in Idaho broke a world record by walking 3.4 miles with a guitar balanced on his chin. What?
You know, if in Seattle, I'd be like, does he know he's breaking a world record?
Right.
Or is he just doing that?
Where was this at?
Idaho.
Wow. What was the record before that? That's always what I'm curious about. Like, I believe you wrote the record, but...
Is this the guy in Idaho that just finds records to break?
It
might be him.
There's one guy in Idaho.
Because you never hear him setting any of these records. He's breaking them, which means...
But he's trying. He does like 10 a year.
Yeah.
But it's all stuff like that. It's not like lifts the most weight or runs the farthest distance.
He flips through the book and goes like, I'm going to give this a shot.
I can do that. Yep. I can do that.
A new study found that the world is unhappier and more stressed out than ever before.
A new study?
New study.
It's called being conscious.
Brand new.
Jesus
Nobody
Christ.
knew it was happening until they did the study.
Man, you know, if they now I feel bad about things. Things were going so well until they just told me now that maybe things aren't awesome.
Right, you used to just hate the rich people. Now you know how much money they're making off your back.
Right.
Seriously,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Makes a difference.
Right, if we were just serfs back in the day, be like, I don't know, man, I just sit out here and farm. I'm assuming he's got a ton of money in that castle. Mm-hmm. Now it's like, oh, there's another billionaire.
I don't know.
Wages cut.
Wages cut. But we're making record profits.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, how does it work? It's Somebody explain it to me.
Someone conducted a survey of 2,000 U.S. adults for National Ice Cream Month to find what people miss most from summertime as a child. And that's how our friends at SWNS Digital gave us this.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
The top things we miss from summer as a child. Like our family vacation to Paris. They didn't realize I wasn't on the plane until it was too late, and I was stuck at home.
I was waiting for him to say alone.
I know. That was not personal enough for me. I like to hear what that guy's going through.
When he, a little bit of therapy.
When you set that up, I was like, oh, this going to be a good one.
Was that like Home Alone 3? Am I missing the plot?
Oh, that's Home Alone 1, yeah.
Home Alone.
Oh, I thought, for some reason, I thought they were going to Florida.
Then the creepy guy down the street who had butterscotch in his front pockets and had me search for her.
Yeah. You want a butterscotch?
And he'd giggle the more I looked.
The gummy bears are warm because they've been in my pocket.
So these not only are things that we miss from summer as a child, they're also things that we'll do to kind of get a little bit nostalgic and rekindle that joy that we felt as a kid in summer.
I just got to say the obvious one.
What is it, Ted?
Summer break.
Summer break. That is not bad at all. It just kind of encompasses that, yes, during the summertime, you get a break from all the responsibilities, and so you're going to start doing these
either
things.
pools, going to the pool, or ice cream man.
Going to the pool or the ice cream man,
Ice
not
cream
a
man.
bad call at all. Number 10 being road trips.
Depending on the end destination.
The destination, the car.
Some road trips
how
are to
your
hell.
family was.
You got to go someplace you don't want to go.
Exactly.
You're in a car forever.
God, do you ever get locked into that road trip with the car that didn't have AC?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it just reeked of diesel the entire
I thought
time?
my parents were going to get divorced. They were trying to have one of those quiet fights up front.
Oh.
We had a Volkswagen bus. We were driving to Houston, Texas. We were in Oklahoma, I believe, at this point, but there was a heat wave going on. The AC broke down because that's what Volkswagen buses do. Roll down the window, it's like opening your oven, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you can see my mom's body language. My brother and I are smart enough to know, let's not get him. And my father, we pull off the road and we're getting the air conditioning fixed. And your father says, look, your mom made it clear with some colorful metaphors thrown in. You can fix the effing air conditioning, or you can buy an effing plane ticket home. But that was...
Ooh.
That was the
the line
beginning
right there.
and end of our conversation. And somehow, even buying our plane ticket home, you knew then we would just come home to someone who's still angry. So he got the air conditioning fixed, and we got to spend the night in Oklahoma.
Hey.
No, all the seat belts were tucked into the back of the seat, so nobody used them.
No.
So these big-ass bucket seats, you're a kid, you can't see over the window most of the time. You're sliding back and forth on switchback roads. The kids used to get car sick.
Sure.
I don't think kids get car sick anymore. Back in the day, man, we'd pull over and throw up all the time. Like a normal thing for some reason.
Number 9, bubbles. Just having bubbles outside.
Man,
all right, that's
bubbles
fair.
are like currency for kids. It is unreal. And I'm sure I like them as much as kids do now. I'm just old enough I don't remember. But when our kids,
so
like
much
2 and 3,
variety, too.
you try to do something, and the kid, I get it. At that age, they always need you. But we get one of those automatic bubble blowers.
Yeah.
Brother, we could have gone on vacation and come back, and they're still there
They're still
just chasing
hanging out
bubbles.
there.
Oh, yeah.
Number 8 of the top things that we missed from summer as a child, barbecues. Probably not having to work on the barbecue
That's
or
the
bring
difference.
anything to the barbecue.
You only ate.
Right.
You weren't firing up the grill. You didn't get up early. You weren't making side dishes. Like, you just got up and some of the best food. But also,
But it was your family that you loved that was all there. Your cousins showed up, and so you went out back and
That's a
you played
good
games
point.
out in the yard.
and people were generally in a better mood. You know, because your
Yeah.
parents are getting drunk. So they're having a good time, so the kids can get away with more. Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Number 7, speaking of which, outdoor or backyard games. Going out playing like a little croquet or volleyball.
I always like badminton.
Or
Badminton was
badminton.
Not that volleyball wasn't fun. I just thought badminton gave you a little more opportunity for the one-on-one sport.
We did a lot of
You only had a couple
bocce ball
friends,
when
yeah.
I was a kid.
I mean, me and my cousins, it was always wiffle ball.
Wiffle ball is always good when you need a big enough family to put some teams together. So you grab a football and do a little.
We always had at least like 4 of us, so we would just do like
Good enough,
2-on-2 wiffle ball.
Frisbee.
Yeah, you know it.
I would tell you what, it is weird going back. Like, I saw my grandparents' house a couple weeks ago, and it's like, I mean, if I told the story, you'd think we'd had these epic football games. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the lawn is so tiny.
But that's the beauty of being a little kid. Everything's bigger, therefore more exciting. You take a kid to the beach, these little waves hit me in the knees. Well, that's chin level to them.
Right.
So their memories of these things are so much different. Dude, the big waves, like they weren't big waves. You were a tiny person.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 6, water balloon fights. Those were fun.
My kids are all about that now. The nice thing now, when we used to do water balloon fights, you had to plan. One, you had to convince your parents that it's going to be cool.
Yep.
That's one. 2, you had to prep for like 3 hours because you had to blow up each one individual. As a kid, you could never tie the knot, so one of your parents had to tie that. Yep. Now they have these things, man. There's like 100 balloons.
Oh, yeah. It's a bunch of
jam
garbage.
your hose in. Seriously, dude.
Oh, really?
And this thing blows up like teats on a pregnant dog.
It does.
But all at once.
It's trash. Like,
And
no, get your ass on the sink and fill those bad boys one at a time.
God, it was such a long process. Like,
it was.
If you decided at noon you're going to have a water balloon fight, like, okay, we'll meet again at 4.
Right. And then you found out the one that wasn't committed because his ammunition stockpile was crap.
Right.
He got picked on.
Yeah, they got the wettest.
Yes, they did.
What? Yeah, water balloon fights are great. And that's one of the funnest things about Seafair. Throwing water balloons at people.
There you go. Throw water balloons at people at Seafair? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, there's like a whole tradition in like Cove. Like not on the log boom people have stuff, but there's like one cove where like everybody has water balloons. You're chucking them. People have those giant like they're not super soakers, but you can just suck in the lake water and then spray it to other boats.
Yeah.
Nice.
They give them to you sometimes when you're doing a float. They give you those.
Yeah. But I have spent now throw those new balloon technology is great.
It is fantastic.
But I tell you
as
what,
a parent, yes.
To throw me and my buddy one time, our job that like the other guys had the boat, they had everything. They go, you got to go around front and fill up like 200 balloons.
There you go.
Okay.
Number 5, riding bikes.
Oh yeah, with your buddies, man.
Right.
It was great. You're just having conversation and writing.
Yeah.
That was it. That's all it was.
Get the gang together. It starts with one person going to another guy's house.
Right.
And then
the
you just
two
go to
of you
another.
pick up the third and on it goes.
And another, and then you make your way to a 7-Eleven. Everybody grabs Slurpees and you sit outside like a bunch of degens.
I was just about to say, right. Nowadays, as an adult, I might call a buddy, we'll go to a bar. Yeah, right. As a kid, it's the same thing.
This was kind of the equivalent.
Right, it's like little kid going to a bar, and you're right. I don't know why. Couldn't take it home. You had to stand outside the 7-Eleven, eat your chips, drink your soda.
Get some trading cards, maybe. You know, they had everything at those gas stations. Top 10 things that we missed from summer as a child. Number 4, days at the pool. There you go there,
Yay!
Miles. Yeah.
I loved the day at the pool.
Right. That was always
The
a
whole
special
experience.
thing when you got to go.
Yes. Piece of pizza for lunch, hot dog, whatever you're doing.
Ted, you're thinking of Andrews Bay.
Okay.
That's the water balloon, yeah.
Yeah, kind of a little bit farther down the lake, like if you get on like Lake Washington in like Renton.
Yep. Renton.
Number 3, eating ice cream. I think that does go back to
Ice Cream Man!
Ice Cream Man trolling around a little bit.
Somehow, they're under the impression his ice cream is better. And I remember this as
It's a selection.
We would have ice cream in the house. And you're like, yeah, maybe not. If you heard the Ice Cream Man, like, ooh.
They had snow cones.
Right.
And all kinds of just different things.
Yes.
Okay. Is the ice cream truck a food truck?
I would count it as a food truck.
It's kind of the original
dessert
food truck.
It's the first dessert truck.
All right, I was having this conversation on Sunday with somebody. I was like, you're right. It's just, I never think about putting them in the same category as a food truck.
Well, it's like a lunch truck where they go to construction sites with coffee in the morning, egg sandwiches.
There you go.
Like a roach coach.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to the Fat Frog.
All right.
That is
the Fat Frog.
You can get it on the ice cream truck, and his nose was a piece of gum.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it was passed a little before your time. Mike, shout out.
Yeah, we got
Fat
those.
Frog. You got Fat Frogs.
Well, no, not I never got the Fat Frog. I always went for the characters like Sonic or SpongeBob or something like that.
We used to get a thing called a UFO, which was like a cookie sandwich.
Ooh.
Good thing.
The Chipwich was the most expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's worth it.
Ooh, I think I've seen the Fat Frog. I just never had one.
Oh, yeah, his eyes were
His eyeballs.
It's crazy.
Number 2, family vacations. That was the best when you heard that you were going somewhere.
Well, you were included, and your parents are bringing you for a change.
Yeah. It's all the kids want to know. Where are we going? What are we doing?
There we going. Yep.
Yeah, and like when we were kids, we grow up, you guys know, like you go to the beach. I mean, there's nothing better than sitting on the beach, then going to the boardwalk. There's rides.
There you go.
The parents are a little more liberal with the cash they'll give you.
Yeah.
Basically, like, here's $5 more if you shut up and leave me alone.
Just shut up.
Here.
But this is without a doubt the number one thing that we missed from summer as a child. 45% of people agree that the biggest thing we miss, just straight up playing outside.
Yeah.
Get
Your
outside.
parents will like go outside, and you found a way to have fun.
Yes, because they didn't want you back in there.
Oh, that was leave. Get out of my house. That's what my mother would during summer vacation. Why are you here? Like, well, I live here. Not right now. You don't.
Not right now. Get the hell out. A man at the airport in Baltimore was found with more carry-on luggage than he was approved for.
So what did they do?
I will tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This at 206-421-ROCK.
Hey moms, you can earn up to $85,000 as a surrogate with Sensible Surrogacy. Being a sensible surrogate is an amazing act. You care for a developing baby whose genetic parents can't carry it themselves. Surrogates transform so many lives. The baby that you care for, the family that you help create. Plus, your own family will benefit from up to $85,000 in cash and benefits. Be a sensible surrogate. Learn more at sensiblesurrogates.com.